Hi, welcome to another Corona workout. Glad to have you. Today is gonna be a booty day. We are gonna get downright basic and do all the booty things today. So, I mean, it is what it is. You gotta work the thing, so we're gonna do it. I apologize in advance though, because yeah. So we're going to start with a warm-up. Whenever we do leg things, I like to get our bodies warmed up. So we're going to start with 3 rounds. We're going to do 30 jumping jacks, just our regular count. We don't need 3 count or anything like that. And then 5 push-ups. You choose the push-ups that work for you. Again, this is just, as always, a warm-up just to get the heart rate up, get our muscles warmed up, joints loosened, so you don't need to kill yourself with it. So let's jump into 30 jumping jacks. There's 10. There's 30. I've noticed I never talk when I do jumping jacks. I wonder if it's just too much. Too much all at once. There's 5 push-ups. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Give everything a roll, and then we'll jump back into our jumping jacks. My favorite cheesy phrase to say. I know I've said it like 4 times already. There's 20. There's 30. Put our push-ups in. There's 5. Do that 1 more time. Give it a little shake. Here we go. Me and this couch, you guys. Woo. There's 10. There's 20. And 30. Last 5 push-ups. All right. Hopefully you're feeling nice and warmed up. Everything's a little loose. Give it a little shake. All right, so for our first superset, we're gonna get ourselves onto the ground here. This is both of these are really great workouts if you have the exercise bands. I know there was a video where I made fun of them. I still feel that way. They're ridiculously inappropriately and improperly used. However, the 2 exercises we're doing today are really great if you do have the bands. So try out a couple tensions in those bands to find one that works well. So what we're gonna do is donkey kicks. So you're gonna kind of get on all 4s and you're gonna kick each leg out like a donkey. Now I borrowed some ankle weights from a friend, so I'm gonna put ankle weights onto my ankle for the donkey kicks so I can do a full extend of the leg. If you're doing a band, you actually might need to keep your leg, so we're gonna get into a position like this. If you're using a band, your donkey kick might look more like this, where you keep the leg bent because you need the band right here around your thighs, probably like mid-thigh, 3 to 5 inches above your knee. So you might keep your leg bent. If you're either using no weights, no bands, or you have the ankle weights like I do, you're going to extend the leg all the way up so we can get a really good squeeze on that outside part of your butt and thigh. So I'm gonna do that version because I have the ankle weights. Another version is you can take a dumbbell and like squeeze it in your knee like that and then just come up and down. It turns it more into a donkey pulse than a kick because you can only go so high or the weight will start sliding around. Do what you need to do with them. Here's the thing, if you don't even put a weight on there and you just do the full extension one and really make sure you squeeze the outside of that butt and thigh, you'll get the work. So you don't necessarily need to worry about if you have a band or ankle weights. I didn't have ankle weights, I borrowed them, so make the choice that you need to. The next one is a clamshell. We're laid down on the ground and we're just gonna lay on our side and we're gonna open our legs like this, and that's still the same thing outside of the thigh that we're gonna work on. So we'll move into that. So actually going to use both ankle weights at the same time. Definitely don't need to do that. I might end up just using one at a time because I have a strong feeling I'm going to get really annoyed moving these back and forth. So again, you're going to get on all fours. You want the foot, this one, that's not doing the work, you want your toe up. If you have like a piano bench, you play the piano, and have a long piano bench, this is perfect to do that on. For some reason, sometimes a little easier off the ground, you can stick your feet off the back. Doesn't matter. Here we go. Back straight, pull your belly button in. You don't want to be slouched, you don't want to be rounded. So back straight, you should feel like your butt is sticking out. This is why the hood rat basic chicks at the gym do these, because your butt is sticking out. They love it. Sorry, dudes. You love it too, because you're dudes. I'm sorry, that's mean. Maybe you all see through the transparency of how hood rat this exercise is. I know it is. I apologize, but you guys, if you squeeze right there on this outer part, it works that booty so much. Okay? Now, please don't think that if you do donkey kicks all day, every day, that was 10, you're gonna somehow magically end up with the world's greatest butt. You are not. If you want a nice butt, pick heavy things up and put them back down. That's what you have to do. You can do donkey kicks until you're blue in the face. I've seen people do them. You're not gonna get anywhere with 5-pound weights on your ankles, okay? So this is more of an exercise that's going to refine and kind of perfect work that you're already doing with heavier weights. So please do not think this is the end-all be-all workout just because hoochies at the gym do it or fit chicks on Instagram do it. It has its place. It is not a big place. This should be 1% of your leg exercises, but we're doing them because this crap works, okay? So that's why. So now we're gonna flip. That was our 10 doggy kicks, and I'm done with my rant. If you're using the band, take your band now, and actually you can leave it right here on your thighs. I'm just going to I'm gonna move my weight up to my thigh. Hopefully it'll fit. Big thighs over here. Ooh, maybe it won't fit. Oh, no, I'm not. No big deal. So I'm not gonna use any weights for that. So you're gonna lay down. Bottom arm is gonna go straight. Your top arm is gonna support you. And you want your legs in a 45-degree angle, and you want your spine straight. Don't put your legs in front of you like this. You actually want legs so that your spine is really nice and straight. Head is neutral, straight, right? And then you're gonna open and close. Actually, I'm just gonna lay a weight on the outside of my thigh since my ankle weight didn't work, like so. So this is like the lateral raises. Don't hold the weight in your hand. You wanna just keep it from rolling off your thigh. We're gonna do 10 of these. Let's call it 8. Notice that my feet aren't coming apart. It's just an open. I'm gonna do 2 extra ones and a close. Open and a close. Notice that's the only thing that's moving. So if it's too hard or too heavy with the weight, as always, just drop the weight. You don't need to do it. We're gonna flip to the other side. So arms straight. There's nothing gross underneath my couch. Like all up in there. If you're not using a weight or you don't need to hold anything, arm can stabilize on the front. In this case, I need to hold my weight right about mid-thigh. And then again, open, keeping the bottoms of your feet together, and close. And you should be squeezing, hold on, let me move this just so I can show you, this outside part of your thigh, right? Like so. Lots of women like to call it a saddlebag. It's not what it's called. Okay. And there's 10. Cool. All right, that's set number 1. We're gonna do that all over again. I'm just gonna pump right through. Not gonna take any breaks. If you need the breaks, go for it. I really went on a rant on the donkey kicks, didn't I? In case you guys have missed it, people at the gym who are fake working out or like doing gimmicky things or think the gym is a bar really drives me nuts. So I apologize if I got a little too animated there. I mean, what I said I believe, but probably should have just taken a chill pill on that one. 8. Talk to me in 2 weeks though. free without the gym, and I'll be begging for all the crazies at the gym again. I do miss the gym. I miss the craziness of the gym. I don't talk to people while I'm there, but I'm a people watcher, and oh my, are there people to watch at the gym. I promise most of the time I mind my own business. I support people on their fitness journeys. I know how hard it is to start a journey. I know how hard it is to continue a journey. I'm 17 and a half years deep into this thing. I get it. I just don't like people who ruin it for everybody else. It's a part of my personality I'm working on. See how that goes. That was set 2 of our donkey kicks. We're going to move into our clamshells. I hope that was hair. Okay, gonna get everything lined up. Get my weight here, just hold it, and then open and close. Make sure to give good squeeze on that outside. Squeeze your outside butt and thigh when it's up here in the air. As always, you want to obsessively think about the muscles we're trying to work. You gotta tell them what to do. There's 10. I actually really like both of this superset. If you added it to the leg day I already had this week, I don't know what workout number that was, where it's somewhere. Look for a leg day I uploaded with this one, and if you just add this to the end of that leg day, that'll give you a really good burn. Again, these really aren't leg exercises you want to focus on and spend all your time on. They just kind of iron out some of the kinks when you're working out. Help you to make sure you're hitting all of the muscle groups that you want to hit. We do want to make sure we work and use every muscle when we're exercising. Injuries often come when you have weak spots. Here's set number 3. Squeeze right there. Squeeze. 8. Notice just like all the workouts in all the land, aside from the leg that I'm using, everything else is still and quiet as possible. Make sure you're not using momentum, right? Just like with your arms, how your arms can end up swinging like this, right? You think you're doing a chest exercise and you're not. Make sure you're not just swinging that leg all over the place and using momentum to keep it going. That doesn't help your muscles. So sometimes you have to kind of exaggerate the pauses at top and bottom to make sure you're not using momentum. I still do that often. Make a mental note to stop at the top and the bottom of the movement, like stop here, come down, stop, push, right? It's also like why I like things slow and controlled. Harder to get caught in momentum when things are moving really nice and slow. It just lends itself to really focus on the muscles you want to focus on. Here's 9 and 10. Good squeeze. Okay, move to our 3rd set of clamshells. This side. Go. Adjusted. In case you hadn't noticed before, and this week, purple is my favorite color. I noticed I wore it like 3 times, or in 3 of these videos this week. Just so pretty and calming. I do like dark purple. I have some like lavender leggings or lavender and light purples are sometimes good, but dark purples are where it's at for me. Preferably with a heavier blue tone than a red tone. I'm not a huge warm color fan. I like the cool colors. Probably because I'm dead on the inside, so it matches my soul. Only I were kidding with that one. And of course, because I was talking and self-deprecating, I have no idea what number we're on. I'm gonna call that 10. Yeah? Okay. Sure. Last set. I hope you see why we don't really need to stop in between sets with these also is we're working a really small muscle right there. So the main thing is kind of the discomfort of fatigue from using that small muscle over and over. But as I hope you've seen, just the rest between kind of sides and exercises is enough to get you where you need to be. On this side, good squeeze, 10. These ankle weights, kind of fun. Someone told me about a Shark Tank idea where they have weighted bracelets, but they're fashionable. You can like wear them to work or something. And that sounded great to me. Why not? I am always ready for an extra workout. That's the thing I've noticed. Started doing some of the math, and I realized since this safer at home or quarantine has started, I've been doing 20 workouts a week. Doing 4 runs, 4 to 5 heavy lifting sessions, doing 5 of these home workouts, and 7 walks. So I think it's safe to say when I have free time, over exercising is what I do. I mean, I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm not tired yet, so. I've also realized how physically, emotionally, and mentally demanding being a teacher is because I do 20 workouts a week and I am unfazed by it. I still have the mental and emotional capacity to like hang out with friends and read books and all the things. So all my fellow teachers, I know you already know it, but I'm just going to reiterate, you're superheroes. And even though I am a teacher, I love you guys. My oh my. Hopefully we get to do the teaching we're trained to do. Some point in the near future. Again, when I say near future, there's 8, 9, last one, and 10. Excellent. We are done with our donkey kicks and our clamshells. They have a different name, but I just call them clamshells, so sorry. The next one, really fun. It's just gonna consist of squat jumps. We've done our squat jumps before. It's where you go down into your squat and you jump. Remember, you only need an inch or 2 off the ground. We're gonna do 20 squat jumps and we're gonna do 4 rounds of those. It's our only exercise, so just pump through it. Similar to the 30 burpees we had in a different workout this week, is 20 is a pretty high number. Try to do all 20 if you can all at once. If you can't, go as many as you can. Take like a 5-second breather and then jump back in. I'm gonna try and go at a workable pace to do all 20 all in a row and take our little break. So do your best to try and keep up with me, but again, you can always go faster or slower if you need to. These are going to crush my knees to shreds. Lord, help these knees. Here we go. I like hands in the front. We're gonna dip down and here's 1. Remember, we wanna try and get these into one smooth motion. Some people get a hitch when they land and it kind of turns into 2 motions. That is not what we want. As best you can, it should be 20 smooth motions, right? Here's 17, 18, 19, last one, and 20. Take a breather. We're gonna do 10 to 30 seconds. And go for it again. I was just gonna say, that's not too bad, right? Let's stop saying that to you guys. Because maybe it is bad for you, and that's okay. I honor that. I wrote it to be bad. So I don't know why then I try to like, I'm sorry. Gotta stop talking. Let's all die with squat jumps together. Here we go. Round 2. Get that bottom to the ground, back straight. There's 12, 16, and 20. 2 down, 2 to go. I threw this right in the middle because we started out, got our warm up. The donkey kicks and clamshells really kind of bring your heart rate down. So in the high intensity interval vein, we're gonna shoot your heart rate right back up. Then we're gonna end with an arm exercise actually. We're gonna do lat raises and then an Arnold press, which looks like this. We've never done that before. So doing this to your heart rate. Gotta keep your heart guessing. It develops muscle memory, just like all the other muscles in your body. There's 10. 18, 19, 20. One more. Move it around. Get some deep breaths. Sneak in a sip of water. I don't know how many of these videos I've recorded today. It's been a lot. This is my last one for today. Either way. So, feeling great. This is workout number 20 of this week, that I can tell you. Here we go. Ten. There's 15. Power through. 18, 19, 20. Done with those? Yeah. High five. Okay. Our lat raises and our Arnolds. We know our lat raises well, so I'm just gonna jump into those. Let your heart rate come down while you're doing the lat raises. We haven't used our arms at all today, so well, I guess for the push-ups. We haven't really used our arms. So even though you're tired, they'll be surprisingly fresh. Even though you are tired though, don't let the body swing. Make sure you're just using your shoulders. Pull that weight, stop at the shoulder height, and then be done. There's 10, see, we're done. Our Arnold. We're going to start here. Arnold Schwarzenegger, yes, he's the one that started these. He's, I don't know, his brainchild. You're gonna start here, open into 90 degrees, push up into a shoulder press, and then down. So, close, open, push. Just like our shoulder press before we've done, your shoulder blades should feel like they're going down into the jeans, I'm sorry, the pockets of your jeans. There's 4, 5, 6, go, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. And you can probably feel it, that extra rotation adds just a little extra complexity and challenge to a normal shoulder press. There's a shoulder press at the end, it just has the open and the close at the beginning and then at the end. Do that 3 more times. And friends, we are done. Pretty done with this, right? Got some booty work in. Gotta get our shoulders looking right in the event that we can get out of the house at some point before the summer ends. The great news about Southern California is summer lasts until like November. So you'll hopefully at least get some time, even if not in the actual summer months, some time to show off this body you're working so hard for. All right, last one. Here's 10. Give it a roll. You want your shoulders nice and straight and tall. Rest of your body nice and quiet. Open and push on your turn. Open and push. Close. Go. These can also be done sitting down. Usually you can handle a heavier weight when you're sitting down. So standing, if your weight is too heavy, if you sit, it'll help. It helps if you sit in a chair that has a straight back where your entire back is supported. So you kind of need like a high back chair or something you can slide all the way back on, but it will give you some support if you need it. It's a great modification. Lateral raises can also be done while seated. In that case, you want to sit at the front of the chair, kind of just have your bottom on the edge, and then you can open and close. So those are things you can try out, see if you like them. And adjust weights when you try those different things to see what works best. Squat jumps got me sweating. Woo! It's like delayed sweat. We've been done with those and I just started sweating. There's 10. This way, here we go. Open and up. Remember to hold your core tight, whether you're sitting or standing. Hold that core tight so you don't pull out your back. 7, 8, 9, and there's 10. Woo! All right, down, start sweating. So we have one more set of those, then we're done. This is supposed to be your Friday workout, so hopefully it is your Friday. And like I said last week, I hope you're doing all your working out today, so that over the weekend you can play. That has been my philosophy. I'm a weekend warrior. There's 2, 3. Make this the last set. It is the last set. Make this the best set. Also, rewatching these, I realize how many times I misspeak with the things I'm saying. One thing I said the other day, I said 7 Saturdays and a Sunday. So I gave 8 days in a week. Didn't even notice until I was watching the playback. I wish I had a reason, like, I hope I don't talk like that and make that many mistakes in real life. I hope it's just because there's a camera on me and I'm aware of it and I'm working out, so all the blood is not in my head, it's other places. I really hope. 7 or 6, who knows? See, look it. I'm gonna call that 7. Here's 8, 9, and 10. Friends, you did it. Got your booty work in, got your shoulder work in. This hopefully is your Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful whatever day of the week it is. We're all in days right now. But thank you for joining me. We'll see you hopefully for our next Corona workout.